Well, hey y'all, Backwoods Modeler here. Welcome back to my workshop. Today I'm going to work on a couple of these Ford F-450s that I just picked up. These are new green light trucks. So far the only place you can get these is from Town and Country Toys. This one, as you can see, she's a little tweaked. She needs some help. But other than that, it's not a bad truck. The quality on these don't seem to be as good as the GMC dualies that I got from Carson Diecast. So I don't know why they didn't do as much quality work on these as they did the others. I don't know. Anyway, they did change the beds on these. You can see they even put the license plate on there crooked. All the lights, they painted them all white, which doesn't make sense to me, so we'll have to do some changing there. We'll have to paint a couple of them red to make them look better. I do like the way they changed the back rack there. That's definitely a different look, so that's kind of cool. Anything else they did different to this? I don't think so, other than they've got more rivets in them. They're trying to make the beds and the cabs stay a little straighter. Unfortunately, they glued the headache rack on a little crooked. That's the only problem with that. Other than that, it's a good 450. I am going to be keeping these trucks. This one is the better of the two, so this one we're going to leave untouched. We're just going to put this one into service. Well, I will paint the lights on here. See, I got the license plate straight on that one. I got to fix the lights on this one, paint a couple of them red so that they look a little better. Other than that, that's a good looking truck and that won't get touched. This one, however, we're going to go out a little bit on this one. We're going to jack this one up, put some mud tires on it. We're going to straighten up that rack. Maybe we'll put some toolboxes or welding rigs, or we'll put something on the back of this truck. And we will probably also use one of my heavy-duty bumpers that I get from 802 Customs. We'll throw one of those on there. And we'll just make this truck look a little better than what it is. So I guess first things first, we need to start getting this thing apart. Alright, I got the bed off of it. I thought there for a minute I was going to have to take the cab off because I wanted to get that front bumper off of there. Which I got it off. I had to drill out the holes so that I could put my heavy-duty bumper in there. And as I was drilling or test fitting the bumper, I snapped one of the pegs off inside of it there. So now I'm only going to have one peg to glue it on there. Right now it is in the process of drying. I just got it painted. I did not have to take the cab off the truck, which is good. That's one less step we have to glue back on. The bed came off relatively quickly and easily. As you can see, I've already got the tires for it. They don't all roll off. I took the headache rack off. This was crooked as all get out. You could see it. I scraped all the glue out of the crease where they glue it on there. I had to trim all the excess glue off the bottom of it, and then I had to actually trim them a little more to make them fit better. So now that it fits better and it goes on there, she's nice and straight now. So we'll not glue this on until we put the truck back together. This way I know for sure that it's straight in relative to the cab. Alright, so we got that finished. Now all we're going to do is we're going to start pulling these wheels and tires off of here. I am going to attempt to use these tires that came on the truck, or the wheels that came on the truck, and just want to plan on replacing the tires. Well, them front ones don't want to come off there for nothing. But there it goes. So now those are off. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this tire off of here, and I'm going to slip on an M2 tire. Now, what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to drill out these axles, and I'm going to have to put my own axles in here, because normally after I change these M2 tires, they usually don't fit. That actually doesn't fit bad, and it sticks through there pretty good. So we'll see here. Let's see if we get this other tire on here. I know I'm doing this where y'all can't see it, and I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. Pop that on there. Oop, that was crooked. Oh, get in there. Cooperate with me. There it goes. No. It fell out. Let's slip that on there. That actually doesn't look too bad. We might be able to just leave that like that is. The back tires we may have to change the axles on, but I think the fronts are going to be okay. We're not going to have to lift that. We're not going to have to do anything. That's going to fit in there perfect. I don't know how good my bumper's going to fit on there though. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. That may change this. But right now we got the front wheels and tires on. Now we just got to do the backs. And the way I like to do the backs is because of how tight these tires fit. They come with 2 sets of tabs on them. You see, that's the front set of tabs and it's the back set of tabs. It's basically a 2-piece wheel. When you put the M2 tires on there, that back tab is going to be in the way. So we need to cut the back tab off so we can fit both the M2 tires on there evenly. I'll show you what I mean here. This is the stock tires that came off that truck. These are the M2 tires we're going to put on there. So much wider these are. So that tab is going to be in the way and not want to let the back tire seat properly. So we're going to want to cut that off. And all I do is I just take my little side snips and just go along there and just snip this off all the way around. I won't bore you and have you watch me do that, but that's the way we do that. So I'm going to do that and then see if those tires will fit with the bed on there, and we'll be ready to glue it back together. All right, y'all. So I did have to put in a longer axle in the back because the wheels were rubbing against the inside of the frame. I also put, you see the 2 white spots there, I had to put 2 shims in there just to keep the bed from rubbing the top of the tires. And now that we put the bed back together, you can't even really tell there's even a shim in there. That's how little it had to be lifted. So now we're good to go. She rolls perfectly. Now all I have to do is glue the 2 shims in there, glue the bed back on, glue the headache rack back on, and then wait for the bumper to dry and glue it back, or glue it on. And this truck's done. This has been one of the easiest and the quickest builds I've done in a very long time. Everything has just gone perfectly easily. What I did do though here, let me show you this. Get rid of the shims. That one doesn't want to come out. Anyway, you see I have a brass rod in there, so I did have to, put in my own axle. And what I also did is the slot where this goes, since they did die-cast bottoms, they're going to shim. They did die-cast bottoms, which made it easy. Since I didn't have to lift it, I just took my same drill bit that I use for my axle rods and just drilled that out a little bit to make the wheels roll in there, and it's good to go. I mean, it was like it was made for it. They knew I was going to do this. So let's continue. All right, y'all. I think I finished it. I got them setting the modified next to the stock. The only thing I did to this one here is I painted the tail lights red on it, on both the back rack and the bumper. On this one, we did a diesel exhaust tip, as you can see. Got the M2 mud tires on it. I straightened up the bed. I put this heavy-duty front bumper on there from 802 Customs. The only thing I didn't do that I normally do is, let me stop this thing because this is just bugs me sometimes. Normally, I cut the running boards off, but this time I actually forgot. I was getting into the build and everything was going so well that I forgot to take the running boards off, and I thought, you know what? I don't do it very often. Let's just leave it. So, got all the tail lights painted in. Not much I can do about that crooked license plate. We just have to run with it. Got the diesel exhaust tip in there. I got to paint the inside of that black a little bit. The wheels and tires are on. Everything looks good on here. She rolls good. That heavy duty front bumper from 802 Customs. I should probably, 2 little gray dots there, paint those lights in. I think the centerpiece is supposed to be a light too, but I like to put a winch on there. And I'm only down to 1 winch, so I need to order some more of those. So anyway, guys and gals, that is my F-450 flatbed build. I think it turned out really sweet. That is one of the quickest, fastest trucks that I have built yet. I mean, everything went together perfectly. It's like I said, I think they knew I was going to modify this, and they left me enough room to change out and put my own axle in there. So what do you mean you can't see it? Changed out, put my own axle in there, and it still fits perfectly. Got to paint the exhaust tube there a little bit. So, oh, you want to see what I saw? It's funny. Check this out. Let me get a pointer here because you'll never see it. So it looks like they put 2 exhaust tails on the muffler coming out, but they forgot to connect it from here to here. They didn't put a pipe there. They did the drive shaft, you know, but they put a rivet in the middle of it. But yeah, they forgot to finish the tailpipe there. All right. Hope y'all like that one. Hope you, if you do, think about liking, subscribing. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on eBay. Watch more of my videos. Maybe you'll find one in there you like. Don't forget to come back. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.